Oh. Right, heated blanket is on. Quest is selected. Let's go. Of course, I don't have a teleport point anywhere close except for that one. We'll just walk, it's fine.
Orange snow dances in the air? So this is the fabled desert.
I've got a very weird audio experience going on right now. It's slightly echoey. Yeah, I did chuck some extra gain on it. That probably was just about enough. Well, fuck you then. Oh, I don't have Yelan. Ah! No, I don't want to fight you. Fine.
Be silent. Night falls.
Right, we're almost there. We're getting there. Oh, it's been a struggle. I have requested a new chat link from Rain. Well, we're trying a different brand, but it has about the same reviews on Amazon, so we'll give it a go. I seem to have to replace this thing every few months or so,
Looking at the map, we should be getting close. Speaking of which, the closer we get, the more Paimon's heart feels like it's beating out of her chest.
just be jitters of excitement.
Excitement! Yeah, sure, that's it. Oh look, it's Tainari and the others. Everyone's here bright and early.
Must have set out last night.
Yeah, the desert's a pretty harsh environment. Better to travel at night and beat the heat. Hey everyone!
Hello!
Ah, right on time.
Looks like the desert's been treating you okay so far.
You don't need to worry about me. It's not too hot yet, and I'm properly hydrated.
All right, we're just waiting on the two people Miss Layla mentioned, and then we'll be set.
About you.
He's staying behind. If we don't make it back after a certain time, he'll be in charge of rescue operations.
You can count on me.
Nice! You thought of everything!
Hell yeah.
Oh, and Cyrus said he'll be in Aru Village, so he's also available if we need help.
Haha! Amazing! Having people to watch our back is making Paimon a lot less nervous.
Did you get a good night's sleep, Layla?
Yeah, I did. After hearing about what happened, my advisor gave me some time off to rest. So, my studies are on hold for now.
Then, does your advisor know you're back in the desert to investigate?
Yes, but I was only allowed to come after I mentioned that General Mahamatra would be there too.
Hello, Dave. Pizza for Laura and a salad for you.
Quite the reputation you got there, Sino.
Shino.
Something wrong? You haven't said a word this whole time. Are you in a bad mood or something?
No.
Being skilled with words also means being a good listener. I'm just reflecting on what you're saying.
Oh, Hatham! Kaveh! Ha! Over here!
Hello.
Darn it. I was just setting up a brilliant...
Yeah. I'm sure you'll find another chance. The important thing
He was
is,
trying to
our
say a
scribe and our
pun.
renowned
Trying to
architect are
snipe
here at
him.
last.
Beautiful.
High praise. But wait, why am I renowned and not him? He's just as famous as Sino, Dia, or Nilu.
That just means your level of fame is even greater. How could a lowly scribe hold a candle to you?
Lowly scribe? Please. All those strings you pulled to get those new books from the House of Dana? What do you call that?
Borrowing. Anyone with an employee ID can do it.
Uh-huh, yeah. The House of Dana bends over backwards for just anyone, does it?
Send a report to Lesser Lord Kusanali then. Let her know someone at the Academia is abusing their position.
Hey! I never said abusing.
Oh my god, they're already arguing.
Impressive verbal sparring, as always.
Save
Oh,
me.
hello to you too, Marak. Well, looks like your assistant is raring to go, Kaveh.
Nope, they're off.
So, I say we get this show on the road. No sense delaying the inevitable.
True.
No need. We're in this together, remember? Sure. This is the entrance, yeah?
Yes.
Perfect. Then, if we're all set, let's get moving.
Here we go. Act the DOS. I don't know what we're entering. It seems to be an hole. Oh, hang on. I didn't look at the elements it wanted. Oops.
Paimon's mouth is full of sand! Ugh. So that's what falling into quicksand feels like?
If this was quicksand, we would have struggled to breathe. No. I think this was regular sand. And we didn't sink into it. We fell through it. Into this place.
Agreed.
In other words, sounds like a you problem, Paimon.
Haha, very funny. No, wait, Paimon's the only one.
Ugh.
See?
What? I'm the only one with sand in my shoes? Yeah, right.
This place looks kind of familiar. Oh. Oh. This is why we needed to do the Archon quest first. Yeah, David.
Whoa, there are monsters here? Sure didn't say anything about that.
Probably means he didn't run entirely. Because we're just unlucky.
Not the best sign of what's to come.
He'll be fine. Let's just use up all our backfire and we'll be golden.
The night cometh. Close your eyes.
Success. According to the other layler, there should be a door nearby with a strange device in front of it. The door is shut. The device seems to be out of energy. In that case, it should be disabled. I might fall into the same trap. I should probably remind everyone not to touch anything.
Well, that goes without saying.
Fair point. There's just one problem, though. The only way forward is through that door.
Ooh! Is it time to hunt for a key? Paimon loves this part. Don't worry. With our adventuring experience, we'll find it no problem. Let's get searching.
Hell yeah.
Marak, wait!
The wind knows it.
Marak seems interested in these jars.
Marak, this isn't really your old home, is it?
Beep. Oop.
No idea what that means, but Marak does sound pretty happy.
So, mechanical life forms do have the capacity to miss home. A novel discovery.
Well, with Marak leading the way, we should be safe, right?
Yep.
Good thing you decided to
On
join,
we
Kame.
go.
Otherwise, our investigation would have ended at that door.
It was nothing that I did. You should thank Marak instead.
Oh, it's a maze of doors.
Time to go.
Oh, I flew over the point. Whoops.
Hold on. At this rate, Paimon's gonna lose her title as best guide to a mechanical suitcase.
Don't worry, Paimon. Even at your most useless, you're stuck with me.
Aw, thanks. Hey, wait. What do you mean, useless?
Well, no weird mental symptoms so far. I'll take that as a win. That said...
There are 3 doors here.
So, we split up. Divide and conquer. Otherwise, this whole thing is in ruins. No pun intended on that last part. I swear.
Yeah, that might be our best option.
Good idea. And the minute things go south, we go back the way we came.
Ooh, this is getting exciting! So, who's teaming up with who? Paimon calls dibs on the Traveler!
Games and routes are decided. Marak was a popular pick. It was decided Marak should go with, or rather lead, Kave's team. Opening this door. Okay.
Well, this takes me back. Last time we were in the desert together, 2 of you came all the way out here to gang up on me.
Oh? Sounds like someone's holding a grudge. Just what I like to hear. If you're still hung up on that last one, just name the time and place. And we'll have ourselves another thrilling... duel.
Huh. What's with the awkward pause? Were you expecting me to stop you from saying something stupid? You two can have 1,000 duels for all I care. After we're done here. For now, focus on the task at hand.
I love the... Ah!
This chamber is huge. I can't even imagine what it's used for.
Oh.
What's wrong?
I seem to have stepped on some kind of... stone slab.
Huh. There's a pattern on this. but it's hard to make out with all the dust. Huh? Look! The shape seems to match the markings on the ground over there.
Let's slot it in and see.
Okay.
And we have a match. Looks like we need to find the other 3 broken slabs.
Let's search the area, but be careful where you step.
Okay. Oh, it's gonna show us where to go?
Ooh, got one. Ouch, but watch out. The edges are kind of sharp.
Oh, you gotta take this one down. There we go.
Got the 3rd piece. We just need one more.
Ew!
Look, a cat. Could it be the same one Jer mentioned?
I don't think we need to worry about startling him. He doesn't seem afraid of people.
Yeah. If anything, it seems like he wants us to follow.
Hi, kitty cat! Thank you, kitty!
Oh, he led us to the last piece. Who's a good kitty?
I never thought I'd hear you say something like that.
You've clearly never heard how the professor talks to his tomatoes, then.
All right, well, that's that. Now, we need to figure out how to get rid of all this dust.
Behold, the great Vayuviastra.
Be honest. You've been waiting to say that for how long now?
Just activate the mechanism.
But there's a chest somewhere I saw. Over here.
Excuse me? Sage's wisdom! On you!
I hear everything!
Nice. Is this the door we've been in? Oh, we can't activate it right now. Okay. Whoa, that wasn't good. Oh, by attacking it? Oh, for fuck's sake. Sign out! No, sign out. Tainari, Jesus. There you go.
Huh. It worked. It's a picture of...
3 Hermanubises?
That can't be right. The ears aren't vertical.
Oh, true. And the looks fall short. My hat is much better looking.
A goat, an ibis, and a crocodile.
Oh, wow. Our botanist knows more than just plants.
Riveting observation. I was just thinking. These 3 figures look a lot like the 7 pillars of King Deshret.
That's right. These are our colleagues.
Our what now?
You sure about that?
Just kidding. But what I meant by that is these were Hermanubis' colleagues back then. The middle one is the Goat King Hereshef, Minister of Ministers, the god Amun's most trusted chancellor. Records say he was the deputy king of the Desert Sands, chief among the 7 pillars.
Someone even more impressive than Hermanubis? I wonder if that ever got his goat. Sorry, couldn't resist.
Okay, that was a good one.
Wait, really? I've got so much more where that came from.
Where were we?
Yeah, don't let him get encouraged.
This is Sopik, the Crocodile King, captain of captains. As the name suggests, he was a valiant commander.
Sorry.
And had dominion over all weapons of war. And finally, this is the Ibis King Thoth, scribe of scribes.
Your memory's pretty impressive. I bet you're almost as good as me at memorizing cards.
A scribe. Did he manage archives then? Like Alhaitham?
Wait, that's all Alhaitham does? I never knew being an academia scribe was such a cushy job.
Well, that's how his friend put it, anyway. But it does seem like he has a lot of free time.
Well, I don't know much about the academia, but I'm sure the Ibis King had more responsibilities than that. The temple's records say he represented the wisest aspects of King Deshret, inventing the desert script and arcane arts at his king's command.
He must have been quite the impressive man then.
Or creature, depending on how you look at it.
Still, why are these 3 the only ones represented here? What about the other pillars of King Deshret?
Maybe because the 3 of them were extra close?
Huh. Kinda like us.
Oh yeah! Maybe we should have someone inscribe us on a commemorative stone slab too.
Or we could just take a picture. It would serve the same purpose. Anyway, no more distractions. Huh. Doesn't it look like there's writing carved into the corner?
Huh. There is. And it's in the ancient desert script too.
Looks like the Ibis King left you some homework.
Give me a sec. I'll try and translate it. The ministers are unvirtuous. The scribes unwise. The captains unworthy. My end is not humanity's end. Hereby bestow upon you all a far side of eternity. Wait, so they went to Aru?
It doesn't sound like it was their idea.
The far side of eternity is said to be the final land of dreams for all desert dwellers. But if such a place did exist, wouldn't it also be an inescapable prison?
Yes, and based on the writing here, it's clear King Deshret wasn't pleased with these 3. This gift he bestowed upon them seems more like a punishment. Such is the power of a king, I suppose.
Which means the goat's the one who got in the end.
Huh. Yep, not as good the second time.
What? Impossible.
Well, looks like that's all we can learn here. Should we keep going?
Yes, no time to waste.
Oh god, we're continuing on with these boys. I thought we'd be switching. Hell yeah, I'm all for it. I'm all here for it. Jesus, words are hard. Oh no, we are switching.
Suitcase could be so fast. Marak is nothing like this when it comes to housework. Hey, Wait up!
A scout's job is to take the lead. Just let Marak figure it out.
Easy for you to say. I'll be the one doing the repairs if something happens.
Why don't you go scout ahead then?
When I think of a comeback, I'll let you know.
No rush.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, Marak stopped. What is it? Found something?
Looks like something covered in sand.
Let's get it out then. Come on. Oh, it's a stone slab. Good job, Marak.
Let's take a look.
Huh. Looks like this part of the picture goes over there?
In that case, there must be other pieces.
All right, and let's look around. Hey! Why are you sitting down?
I thought Marak was helping.
Oh, so you do know what that word means. Great. Are we supposed to just sit back while Marak does all the work?
No, I doubt you could do that.
Exactly.
But I can.
Beep boop.
See?
It's all coming back to me. How insufferable it is to work with this no-good, do-nothing...
We could be more efficient, I agree. I'll work on this piece. You take care of the rest.
Found one! Good teamwork. Looks like we found them all. The pieces fit together like a glove, but we can't see what's on them.
Turn around.
Huh?
Look.
Oh, I've seen this before. It can create strong winds. Just what we need to clean off the slab. Come on, let's... Hey!
Don't worry about me. If I sit here, I won't be in the way.
Oh, you don't want to be in the way? Then sit right in front, so the device can blow you straight back to Sumeru City. Scanning. Done. Huh. That's one big cat. And there's a shattered crown. I think it's depicting some kind of story.
Look, there's writing too. The Ibis King answered the young noble, granting him the wisdom he sought. But the fragile crown was shattered by lies in the end. Here I leave the name, Gudars.
Gudars. I've seen that name in a history book before. He was a young noble who sought to save his realm, and a king who once united the desert.
That's right. Although his methods were rather shameful. During his long reign, he betrayed his family and the nobles who supported him, only realizing the error of his ways after his enemies left him nowhere to turn. But by then, it was too late.
Seems like a common occurrence across history.
Different people, same mistakes. It's an inevitable pattern. destined to repeat itself.
The writing mentions the Ibis King, but a cat is depicted here. Does that mean...
So far, what's depicted on the slab seems true to history. In which case, this cat is either a proxy for the Ibis King or a manifestation of said king himself. Exaggeration is a common method ancient records use to highlight a being of higher status. And as we know, Layla and Jur both heard the sound of a cat while escaping the ruin.
You're saying the Ibis King, one of the legendary 7 pillars of King Deshret, is here, still helping those in need?
I'm saying we can't rule it out.
Wait, there it is! The cat!
Boop.
Ah! Marak went after him!
The cat's showing us the way forward. Come, let's follow.
Okay.
Off he goes.
Huh. The cat's... gone.
Yes, but look where he led us.
Oh. Another slab. It looks similar to the last one. Oh, by all means, take your sweet time. Wouldn't want you to overexert yourself. Huh. The scene depicted here...
Seems to be a different tale. The Ibis King answered the Jinn-blooded dancing girl, granting her the wisdom she sought. But enemies plotted to kill her close kin. Snake venom was her self-chosen end. Here I leave the name. Makaira.
The Temptress of Woe?
You've heard of her?
Of course. I don't just sit around doodling all day. She's mentioned in tons of papers about the desert. As I recall, she was given as a gift to the Tyrant King of Gurabad, and later seized the opportunity to kill him. After getting her vengeance, she reigned as queen for many years, until her enemies attempted a coup, and she took her own life.
That's more or less the version I've read as well. It seems this queen also had dealings with the Ibis King.
Yeah, I'm starting to find this whole granting wisdom business a bit concerning. I mean, considering how Gudar's and Makaira ended up, it might not have been a good thing. But, at the same time, if the cat guiding us is linked to the Ibis King, then he doesn't seem like a villain either.
People are complicated, and the same is true of the servants of the gods, no matter their wisdom or power. Let's reserve judgment for now, and keep moving.
And we're switching again.
Oh, Paimon meant to ask earlier. Have your memories come back, Layla?
No, sorry. To be honest, nothing about this experience feels familiar. Besides, my focus is the stars, so I don't spend a lot of time exploring ancient ruins.
Guess that makes us the senior researchers in this scenario. Stick close, all right, Layla?
Okay.
Okay.
Wow. What a tall ceiling.
Yeah. But for such a big place, it's so empty. Like no one ever lived here. Sure must have been boring to live in ancient times, staring at ceilings all day.
Now that you mention it, I've heard some people used to draw star maps on their vaulted ceilings. Some might even make them transparent to better observe the movement of the stars. It sounds so nice. Stargazing from the comfort of your own home. Wait a second. I think I see something up there.
Go check it out first, Paimon.
Huh? How is Paimon supposed to do that? Oh, right. Flying. Duh. Alright. Sit tight, everyone. Adventurer Paimon will be right back. Okay. So, there's nothing super special up there. Just a couple of shelves, tables, jars, and scrolls. And a whole bunch of dust, dirt, and sand. You really want to search through all that stuff?
Of course, the more dirt, the better the treasure.
Well, when you put it that way. Come on then, let's see what we've got. Paimon's hoping for something super valuable.
It's a little high up, so be careful.
Thanks. I'll stick close.
Meow. Oh, there you go.
I think that's everything. Most of the documents are in the ancient desert script, except these ones. These seem old as well, but the handwriting makes them stand out.
Right! Let's arrange them in chronological order before we read through.
It's awkward to have a previously unrecorded run came upon me by chance. This is proof positive that my efforts to overcome the relentless obstructions of the Mahamasa have been worth it. The Academia's aversion to the desert has grown comedic proportions. The unknown is our playground where the Akasha shackles us. For those who hide behind shackles. What is exactly they fear? I won't be leaving this place anytime soon. I've discovered a number of sites worth exploring. It would be remiss of me to not seize this opportunity. It won't be easy to tell day from night since I'm cut off from the outside world. If I'm to avoid losing myself in the unknown, I must not forget to mark the passage of time. Recorded on the morning of the 10th of May. The senior scholar that fell and hurt himself. Typical of someone from there. Always gazing skyward and never at their feet. I'm guessing the obscuring cell must have been one of King Desheret's prized creations, judging by how many of them there are around here. Thankfully, the injury was limited to a few scrapes and a mild dislocation. After I put the bone back into place, I had him lie down and rest. This whole thing set us back for a while. But perhaps that's not a bad thing. For those like him who lack the skills, doing nothing might be the best contribution they can make. As I was treating him, he brought up that tired old topic, asking me to join the Darshan. Once more, I firmly refused. Mediocre students find safety in confining themselves to a single field. But what good would that do me? It's only been a few days, we've already made significant progress. There are numerous writings here about the 7 pillars, each one captivating, exciting in its depth and detail. Now that the senior is no longer holding me back, I can finally work at a faster pace. Recorded on the morning of 13th of May. The appearance of the Ibis King was a pleasant surprise, though not as pleasant as one might have expected. He's a skilled storyteller, but he loses steam once his listeners aren't fooled. That said, there are elements to his tales worth investigating and verifying. Although he did point out an exit route, in his current state he can't really intervene. I can tell he's putting on a front and isn't all that friendly towards me, but that's typical of people who care about their status. Since I need a bit more time, given how big this place is, I suppose we'll have to put up with each other for a little while longer. Besides, isn't mutual dislike a positive emotion in those who can't get along? In addition, saving that senior was definitely the correct decision. I nearly forgot, recorded at noon on the 16th of May. My supplies have run out. Unless I wish to die here, I have to leave this place. But I still refuse to accept anything from Thoth. People like him, who talk about benefits and never mention cost, are a dime a dozen at the Grand Bazaar. Of course, anyone after me who falls into the temptation he offers, remember this at least: do not trust the Ibis King. Okay.
Okay, now let's take a look.
Oh, I already read them. You already did this. Seems like they're notes of someone who was trapped here.
Maybe this person fell in by accident, like Mr. Jur and me.
Yeah, maybe. But they don't sound super worried about their situation. So, either this person's an ace adventurer, like the Traveler, or some kind of super optimist.
An optimist, huh? Oh, I wish I could be that sort of person.
Blind optimism isn't a good either.
That's right! You're detailed and passionate. Great qualities for an adventuring buddy. This optimist seems super obsessed with exploring every corner of this place. That could have gotten them in big trouble for all we know.
Well, I appreciate the compliment. It's almost magical how words like that can make you feel like you can do anything. I only wish that magic could last a little longer. Until I figure out my new study topic, at least.
Oh.
Oh, looks like you were spot on, Paimon.
See? Told ya! That's what happens when you don't think things through. And all this talk about seniors and juniors? He was a student just like you, Layla! Whew, he sure talks a big talk for a student, though. You'd think he was some kind of old scholar instead.
Huh.
What is it? Did Paimon say something wrong?
No, not at all. I was just thinking, and this might sound rude, but the way this person speaks is just so...
Cold?
You notice too. I mean, it's good that he helped treat his companion's wound, but it didn't seem like it was out of kindness. More like he was looking out for his own self-interest, or thought he could get something out of it. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into it.
Yeah. If you're both in this dangerous situation together, wouldn't you mention them at least once? If it were Paimon, she would write down the name of every single person she was with. No one would be able to get away.
Will they be all stuck together?
Actually, I find Paimon's approach quite sensible. It makes sense from a safety perspective, too. That way, if anyone came to the rescue, the notes would be able to tell them everything they needed to know.
Whoa! That's genius level thinking!
Well, I learned that from Madame Farzan, actually. I'm not speaking from personal experience or anything. Oh, no! I'm just a student.
It's fine! You taught us something, so you're our teacher. Simple as that. Anyway, from the looks of things, the student who left these notes behind was pretty weird. Let's keep reading. Whoa! Hang on! That's a lot of information. Paimon needs a moment to take this in. The Ibis King. So, did this person actually meet the Ibis King here?
Never talked about the Ibis King before.
Sorry. Who?
Well, you've never heard of the Ibis King, strange.
Jeez, not again! Stop teasing her, Traveler! You know she was asking about Nefer. Anyway, Nefer's, a friend of ours. And she's mentioned the Ibis King before, but not in much detail.
Paimon handled that pretty well. She managed to not spill any of Nefer's secrets. Guess the boss of the curatorium has earned her respect and then some.
Oh, I see. Well, that's not too surprising. Most people in Sumeru know about King Deshret, and most in the academia have at least some knowledge on the 7 pillars. Legend has it, King Deshret ruled the desert at the head of several wise retainers, guiding their people to pursue the limits of wisdom. He also left behind treasures for future generations, which continue to be relevant in nearly every research discipline. Now, this message indicates this student and his senior were rescued by the Ibis King. But to think it's possible to meet him in a place like this... We don't know when these notes were written, but didn't the 7 pillars disappear a long time ago?
Something else that's odd, the Ibis King's.
Yeah, the notes made it sound like his powers were restricted. Also, the mention of this form? What is that supposed to mean?
I'm not sure. Let's keep reading.
Oh, this is the last page. There's even a signature at the end. Well, sounds like they made it out. Guess it was a happy ending after all.
Wait. But it says, the Ibis King cannot be trusted.
Huh. Our friend said something similar. That the Ibis King was a liar. And the notes did make it seem like something wasn't quite right with him. Maybe he wasn't one of the 7 pillars at all, but some kind of con artist.
1,000 apologies, Eminent Lord. Paimon meant no offense. Paimon's words do not reflect the opinion of the group.
Great, Ibis King! If you heard that, Paimon didn't mean it. Please forgive her. Don't trap us here.
I think Paimon raises a good point. Let's keep our guard up just in case. Alright, I think that's all the clues around here. How about we...
Oh, Marak. Hello.
Oh, it's Marak. That means Kaveh and the others should be around here, right?
Hello? Anyone up there? Can you hear us?
Yeah, we can.
You know, sound travels just fine in an empty chamber like this. You don't have to shout. Of course, if you're shouting to express your excitement at being reunited, by all means, pretend I never said anything.
Yelling like this is kind of exhausting. Come on, let's head back down.
Down we go.
Wow, we all ended up in the same place, huh?
Yeah, what a coincidence.
Indeed. Or as I like to call it, the chai factor.
Uh,
No one seems impressed.
No reply?
Just say it.
All right. Because it's spice to sweet brew again.
Oh, hey, that's a new version.
Oh, wait, what? You've never heard that one?
What are you looking for?
A place to sit and read my book.
Of course he is.
Oh, great. What else is new?
Well, looks like everyone made it through unscathed. Let's take this chance to get some water, rest a bit, and discuss what we learned. Sound good?
Yeah, let's debrief.
Sure. Everyone shares their water, food, and also their findings. Turns out, Sino actually did bring some spiced tea. Nice!
Okay, so we all learned a lot, but it feels like we ended up with even more questions.
Yeah, but one thing's for sure. This place is tied to the Ibis King in some way. Hey, Sino. You're the current representative of Hermanubis. Can you call him up for a sec?
Of course. Just let me sense his presence. Just kidding. I can't sense him at all.
Jeez, Sethos. Did you set him up for that one? What are you, a two-man act?
Sorry, Herman Nubis isn't like the Ibis King. He can possess me, but I can't talk to him whenever I want.
Oh, truly? Does that mean he's gone? I would have liked to reminisce about old times with him.
Ah, the cat!
There he is.
It speaks!
Ugh, of course it speaks. In fact, it is not an it at all. You do me a great offense.
My apologies. Esteemed cats, sir?
Beep boop.
Oh, this little contraption is still here.
Contraption? No, this is Marak.
Which means you do his assistant a great offense.
Oh!
I didn't mean... Well, I apologize.
Ah, the one too.
I wasn't referring to this Marak, but rather the thing that operates it. King Deshret was quite partial to it. I have forgotten what it was called. It must have had an official name, albeit in the old tongue. Even if I did remember, I would need to translate it into modern language. Ah, it's not important. Marak's a fine name. Even better than the original, if you ask me. Who thought of it? And the remodeling, quite well done indeed. This Marak looks much happier in its current form. Oh, and the components should have model numbers written on them. You can look them up if you're curious.
This cat talks a lot.
Quite the one-sided conversation.
Is this what the Ibis King was like?
He seems quite eloquent. I wonder if he plays cards.
Of course, that's where Sino's mind is at.
I knew Marak was a great name. Go me.
Let's see, what page was I on again? Should have brought a bookmark.
That all went over Paimon's head.
So the notes mentions him being off with the Ibis King is because he was in the form of a cat. Hello, Fourth. I love how the Traveler is the only one with thoughts related to the solution.
Hello indeed. For you to know my name. Yes, I was not mistaken. You are special among your companions. But you are all guests. It is only proper to invite you in. Come then, this way.
Kitty. Down we go. Meow.
Welcome to my humble abode.
Humble, huh?
Your house sure is spacious, Lord Ibis King.
I fear it's not quite what it used to be. In fact, it has long ceased to be my home at all. It belongs to the descendants of the cats I once raised. Such adorable creatures, aren't they? Take the one I'm borrowing here, for instance. A chubby fellow with such lovely fur. Anyway, tradition dictates that a special guest such as yourself be presented with a gift. Alas, it's a first-come, first-served basis, you see. I fear with the passage of time, none are left.
What? So the treasure's gone already?
Treasure, you say? Not an inaccurate description. Yes, and no. I have the power to grant gifts inaccessible to the masses. The only requirement is answering a question. Not a bad deal, yes? Of course, my questions were given unto me by King Deshret, who in turn received them from the Mistress of Flowers. There are 3, and no more. What causes our rise and fall? What obliterates love and hate? What determines truth and falsehood?
The more he talks, the less Paimon understands.
I see. That must mean Gudars and Makaira managed to answer 2 of the 3.
Another who understands.
Oh, so that's the event those 2 slabs are depicting.
Ah, priests and their records. A singular obsession, and quite boring too. After being imprisoned within Aru, I could, on occasion, take the form of a cat to converse with those around me. But I despised speaking to them. No conversational skills whatsoever. Now, humans like you who stumble in here from time to time, you are much more interesting.
Hold on, we're getting off topic again. The 3 questions you just mentioned? What are they for, exactly?
Ah, that is a story that begins with King Deshret.
And we're in for another long one.
Nostalgia for the past is common to us all, is it not? And our king, he was such a proud, solemn man in those days. He watched us speak of the present and the future, of the wisdom we possessed, or were about to obtain. We were his proud retainers, confident in our belief that, so long as each one of us used our abilities to the fullest, progress was inevitable. Yet, King Deshret's ambition was not destined to be allowed in a closed-off world such as this. So nothing went as planned. In fact, from the beginning, there were signs an outcome of this nature was inevitable. Because although there were 7 pillars, one was forever absent. Al-Ahmar would insist the Dendro Dragon Sovereign was one of us, but the dragon herself rejected that idea.
Huh. Like a card you can never seem to draw from your deck.
More like a card that was never in the deck to begin with.
Alas, that's just who Al-Ahmar was. There was nothing we could do about that. And I always preferred chess to cards. In the end, life grew unbearable for our king. But, of course, those who remain must continue to live on. But subjects like us were less fortunate. After all, the fate of a retainer is decided by the king, including the chance to walk away. So it was then that King Deshret had Kroko, Goti, and I locked up within Aru, where we remain to this day.
Krako.
Goti?
Ah, of course. You're more familiar with their full names. Sobek, the Crocodile King, and Hereshef, the Goat King. And let me tell you, when it comes to chess, Hereshef was a habitual backseat strategist, always spewing nonsense from the sidelines. Well, Sobek was all too quick to take his terrible advice, to the point where I was the one who got accused of cheating. Chess is an exercise in patience, and that man couldn't sit still to save his life. He could never excel at that game. In fact, neither of them were good at chess. Even so, we played together often. And since I was always the winner, we got along quite well. What are you laughing at? Were we not good friends?
No one's laughing. Paimon would never.
No, not you. It's Goti. He's laughing for no reason again. Can you not hear him? Ah, right. Of course you can't. The two of them are inside Aru, as am I, so only I can hear them.
What is even going on here? Has he, like, started to lose it after being trapped for so long?
That does happen to prisoners serving life sentences.
Speaking of which, how's Azar doing these days?
I doubt he's doing much of anything.
Just what I wanted to hear.
What is the meaning of this? You doubt my words? I have half a mind to not talk at all.
Oh, no. They're not questioning you, Lord Ibis King, just discussing other things. Please, continue.
In that case, where were we?
Getting to the part about the 3 questions. Hopefully.
Ah yes, we're almost there. Before I entered Aru, King Deshret said I could be released from my eternal seal if I chose humans who could provide the correct answers to those 3 questions. The first person who caught my eye was Gudars. I asked him, what causes our rise and fall? He answered, conspiracy and betrayal, for it renders the righteous and wise unable to succeed, and thus nations fall. I found his answer quite interesting, so I bestowed upon him the power to deceive. The second human I chose was Makaira. I asked her, what obliterates love and hate? She said unto me, I have nothing left to lose. Vengeance alone can quench both love and hate. I found this to be another fascinating response, so I granted her the power to be loved.
But both of them ended up...
Now then, young one, riddle me this. Did their answers point to this fate, or was it the power I bestowed upon them that determined their end?
I'm just an observer who doesn't understand their circumstances, so I can't answer.
A clever reply. I do not wish to comment either. It is all in the past at this point. My only wish was for their answers to be acknowledged by King Deshret's rules, and bring me one step closer to freedom. As for the final person, her fate remains to be seen, so I will not reveal her name.
We obviously know who that is because we've met them. Must have been Nefer then.
I asked her, what determines truth and falsehood? And found her answer quite compelling, so I bestowed upon her a gift to match. As you can see, however, I have not been freed, so it's clear the answer she gave at that time was wrong. But, alas, 3 people were chosen, and 3 questions were asked. So now all I can do is wait. Wait until her wisdom is in line with the rules set forth by my king. Until she has found the true answer to that question.
No wonder there was no 3rd stone slab then. Or perhaps, you're just not ready to include her in the story. Though, that might be a generous interpretation.
Well, it's not merely because her story remains unfinished. As the remaining priests of this place left or passed on, there were none left to record the events that followed. Besides, stone slabs are few and far between in the Great Red Sands. In the sprawling desert, very few things or people even manage to leave a trace. But sometimes I can't help but wonder if that young man from several centuries ago had been willing to answer my question. Would I have left Aru by now?
Wait, so there was someone else?
Of course, it has been thousands of years after all. All sorts of people have stumbled upon this place, but I only chose the special ones. That young man had such a singular intelligence, though his companion, by contrast, was rather average.
Wait, could that have been?
The author of those notes we found? The student named Zandik?
Ah, yes, I think that was his name. In truth, I was unsure whether I should grant him my third remaining gift. He was, of course, exceedingly clever, but he was also mistrustful and narcissistic in equal measure, and there did not seem to be a line he was unwilling to cross. Too much power could be dangerous in the hands of someone like him, so I found myself rather relieved when he declined my gift.
Oh, he turned you down? Did he give a reason?
Yes, he said he didn't need it. I still remember the look in his eyes. Nothing stood out per se, and still I could sense contempt and disdain radiating from his gaze. I could not give an exact reason, but on instinct I just knew it would not end well to get close to a man like that. So, I tricked him. Stick close to your companion, I said. Only the descendants of Tulatula can come and go as they please. Leave him behind, and there is no escape for you.
So, does that mean his companion wasn't a descendant of Tulatula?
Oh no, that part was true. The lie was in the other half. Anyone can enter or exit this place. There are no restrictions. I saw that his companion was exhausted and was concerned Zandik might leave him behind, or worse, that some other accident might befall him. So I made up an excuse to prevent Zandik from going a step too far. Oh,
Yeah.
and speaking of, Sandik's companion had the same blue hair and pointed ears as you.
Wait, does that mean Layla's also a descendant of Tulatula?
Indeed. When Hermanudis founded that city, he took in many who had nowhere else to go. Today, their progeny are scattered to the four winds, and indeed are far more numerous than I could have imagined.
So the person you protected could have been my ancestor.
Yes, yes. You're very welcome for that.
Could I ask another question, Lord Ibis King?
Of course. I have nothing but time, I'm afraid.
Did you also save me and a man named Jur?
I did. You two were quite unlucky bumping into a device King Deshret once used to measure human brain power. That contact caused more knowledge than you could handle to flood into your minds. So I replaced that knowledge with simpler, repetitive information. Of course, the side effect being the same thought repeating over and over again in your mind, but that should resolve itself in time.
How many moons are there in the sky?
Yes, that was the phrase I used in your head. I forgot the other one, though. I believe it had something to do with food. Both were spur-of-the-moment decisions, so no need to dwell on the meaning too much.
Oh, I see. Thank you, Lord Ibis King.
As I said, young one, you are most welcome. If you're inclined to return the favor, perhaps you could turn off that device so no one else can trigger it? There's only so much a cat's paw can do, so I'm afraid this is something I must leave to you.
Don't worry.
Marak, I suppose.
That device can no longer be activated.
Oh, splendid! Another one bites the dust. Such is the fate of things here. Day by day, little by little, the remnants of ages past fade into obscurity. For that reason, the gifts of bygone eras, be they tied to your blood or technological in nature, are not to be revered. They are tools, nothing more. Disrespectful? I simply make the most of what I have. Besides, our king has been gone all these years. What good does it do to revere him now?
Oh, are you talking to the Goat King again?
No, Croco this time. He's pestering me for another game of chess. Says he wants to even the score. Wishful thinking, if you ask me. If we counted one push-up for every loss, he'd owe me 300,000 by now. Of course, that's just a rough estimate. I've never kept count.
It appears that's something you like. Being someone unable to be defeated.
I suppose so. All right then. Time for me to extend my winning streak, and for you all to head home.
Best of luck to you.
In truth, deep down, I know even the answers to those 3 questions will not change my fate. But that is for me to reckon with. Go on now.
Right. Dunzo.
Excuse me. Do you even know what time it is? I've harvested 3 crops of tomatoes while you've been gone.
You're exaggerating, Professor.
I'm making a point. There's a difference.
The sincerest apologies for keeping you waiting, Professor Cyrus.
See, that's what I call manners. Now, are any of you hurt?
Nope.
Nope. It went way smoother than we expected, actually.
I presume the investigation is complete then. Come, tell me all about it. Oh my, did you luck out? If you've read the work from the Vahumana Dashan, you would know that the Ibis King has, well, let's call it a mixed record. Perhaps he softened up a bit in his old age, and that's why he chose to help you.
Or perhaps he just didn't have a good enough reason not to help us.
Beep boop.
See? Marak agrees.
How do you even know that's what Marak meant? That could have just been a happy noise.
In any case, there's a lot to be happy about. We figured out what happened to Layla and Jur, and there were some unexpected takeaways too.
Yeah, I never expected to learn about my ancestry. I've always thought of myself as just an ordinary student. I never would have even considered something like that could be true.
Come to think of it, our ancestors might even have been friends at some point.
Huh? You're right.
Hell yeah.
Maybe I should take a trip back home to see if I can find any records about that.
Oh, I was just throwing that out there. I wouldn't want you to go to the trouble.
It's fine. My advisor gave me a break, and I still have a few days left, so... Oh, wait. My study topic. I haven't made any progress at all. No. I need to focus on that instead.
One thing at a time.
Right.
Couldn't you help her, Professor?
Huh? No, I could never.
Me, you say? I'm from the Spatamar Darshan, and I don't think that Nephis or Zahahadi researched the stars. All I have to offer are my homegrown tomatoes. Although I suppose it's not impossible. I can ask a few old friends to recommend some interesting topics.
You really don't have to. It sounds like a lot of work.
Hardly. A few passing questions while we water the plants? It's no trouble at all.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Now it's getting late, and you all must be tired. Let's wrap things up here. Some say desert nights are the sun taking mercy on us after the heat of the day. So, let's leave while she still feels merciful.
Okay. That's got kind of a weird ending. Like it feels like a non-ending. I guess. I don't know. Huh. Weird. No. Cleanse my guy. Careful. Right. There's a quest with a little bit of story attached. Probably not a huge amount, because it's one of the smaller ones, but we will do this bit on stream. Since we've got a bit of time. I'll do the mini games over the weekend, so I can suck all of the primo gems out. Missions are sorted as well. Yellow. The people of the spring is holding some kind of event. Seems they have more visitors around here. Paimon sees someone from Sumeru over there too, and they're putting on some kind of dance performance. The dancing hero and his adorable advisor Paimon are here too. To the warrior I respect the most, the champion of both the martial and the dance arts, connoisseur of life, I extend to you the most sincere greetings. You're kind of familiar, miss. So how do you know that dancing makes the traveller really happy? So I saw him having such a good time dancing at the stadium of the Sacred Flame. After we took a picture together, I went off to an inconspicuous corner to watch the traveller dance while munching on my Saurus crackers. Dancing is all about relaxing and letting yourself go. I had to stop myself from jumping up there to play backup dancer. To excited as you can see, I have a few friends of Sumeru here with us. Mutao, Amina, Pakal and Mulani came together, and it was decided that the Far of the Can would host them, together with the Children of Echoes and the People of the Springs. Quite a few remote mercenaries here too. Me guess you folks became friends with them after some kind of fight or skirmish. We didn't fight each other, if that's what you're thinking. You're having a barbecue party at the southern edge of the desert, where a bunch of vicious red vultures showed up and attacked us right when we were too stuffed to even move. And they were all using really sneaky tactics. We tried to fight them the best we could, but in the end they wore us down. And with their use of the terrain there, in the end we were so exhausted we had no choice but to hit the retreat. To our surprise, we ran into a group of mercenaries while pulling back, and they started up with this mysterious war dance right in front of the vultures. That must have sent some kind of message to the vultures, because they actually backed off after that. Did you just say they shoot off the red vultures with a war dance? Can't imagine how terrifying those dance videos have been. Just tidying up the camp, we ate and drank to our heart's content, and after we were done, we started swapping pointers on dance techniques. After that, whenever we were interrupted by other monsters or wild beasts, we simply grab our weapons and let them have it. In less than 2 weeks, we became ironclad battle buddies and dance buddies for life. Before we said our goodbyes, we finally agreed to formally visit each other's camps in the future for the dance exchange. This is the beginning of that. Since we have such a special opportunity, how about you give us a masterclass while you're here with us? Mulani's here too, by the way, definitely the most joyful dancer up among us. Besides, our friends from the Emirates have all gone out and hired one of their famous local dancers to lead and advise the Sumeria group. I'm sure you two know that dancer too. Should give her a big surprise later. Okay. Hello. But isn't the famous traveller? And here I thought we were already exceptionally fortunate to have Miss Nilu here with us. And we have the ultimate pro here too. Oh yeah, keep going, keep contemplating the traveller. It's music to my ears. Wasn't Paimon supposed to say that? That's right. When an advisor Paimon says the same words, they sound so light and nimble, like the soft bouncy sound of a ukulele. And when I say those very words, the words come out like riffs of a drummer, half a barrel deep in drink, punchy and steeped in rhythm. Of course, I've learnt from Master Yansan that double kicking the bass drum is always better. Ideally, you should roll a non-stop like an automatic gun. So it doesn't really matter if we share the same lines because we complement each other with our voices anyway, like in a chorus. God, this is so much reading. If I realised it would be all reading, I wouldn't have done this bit on stream. Besides, we can even help you nail the rhythm. Oh god, that was a lot of rambling. I think Nusta got straight to the heart of the matter. Rhythm. Just because our dance is free and expressive doesn't mean we can do whatever we want. At the very least, we have to make sure our key movements land on the right beat. We already have new choreography in place, but our newcomers and the new Saurians have come to try out, struggling to find their rhythm. Since you're here, Traveller, would you mind helping us out as a rhythm coach? So that our newcomers and new Saurians will be able to focus up and learn quickly with you around. Hi, Dave! And she'll also send everyone you're leading her moral support. We finished the initial quest. Read along with Maddie. I know I'm stumbling over my words. I'm so glad that my tongue has settled down, because if it was still swollen like it was at the start of the week, I just wouldn't be able to do this. I would have given up. Oh, okay. This is the Natlan event. I'm not sure if Laura is doing this one off stream or on the stream. We finished the other one. Oh. I'm really bad at rhythm games. Oh yeah. Hey! I completed the tutorial! I wonder if that is the reason, yeah. Oh! Nilu's here! Hi! Nilu, you come try this! I shaped the samosas the way you like it and placed them in a broth made with green wave sunfish, spray, feathergill and pepper. After letting them all simmer for half an hour, and then dried the samosas on low heat. Tastes totally different now, doesn't it? There's barely adults dad dancing. It reminds me of the scene with the Monkey King in Split Fiction, but like more simplified, which I didn't think was possible. Amazing taste. It's like I'm tasting waves and waves coming in, an additional pep to the clear, clean taste of the dish. Crunchiness of the samosa makes the savoury meat filling burst with every bite, breathing a rhythm filled with joy. Laura does not like Mualani. I mean, thankfully she doesn't have to hear Mualani. There's no VAs in this section. Just one bite and many lively, cheerful melodies for the lyre are coming to the mind already. So as Nosta showed me the recipe, I knew a snack like this would work perfectly with the seafood we have here in Natlan. And it's quite a substantive snack, which makes it a great pick-me-up for after dance practices. Let's get cracking on a few more snacks for our dancers. Paimon wants the snacks. Hello! So we got here a little late. Nilu and I have been getting to know each other all day. If you came this morning, you could have joined me in taking her on the tour of people at the springs. Can't believe that my trusted partner, the hero of all Natlan, someone just as important as the host, has failed to properly welcome our distinguished guests who've come from such a long way. You want to be punished for that. Okay. Oh, this is a side of Mualani I haven't seen before. Punishment is to stick with Nilu and I for the rest of the day and eat our attempts at Natlan Sumeru fusion food until you drop. That doesn't sound like a punishment. Okay. And when night comes, if Nilu's too excited to fall asleep, you have to tell her sweet bedtime stories until she drifts off into dreamland. That does sound like a Mualani sort of punishment, that's for sure. I'm sure she could double or triple that. Yep. Must be in a good mood. In that case, I don't think I would be able to sleep at all. I mean, Traveller's superior amongst all tribal warriors. We're just kidding, just making serious by Amina speaks. Hero of Natlan, you've done that quest, right? Yeah, I mean, it is one of the recommended quests. I haven't actually done one of the recommended quests for this quest, but when it's mostly minigame based and not story based, I don't really care. Let's see, the recently trending novel trope might be Traveller's Captain of the Guard. According to Miss Soul of the Deeps, a brief overview to light novel tropes. Apart from the role of advisor, it would also be considered a lucky. You'd also be considered a lucky star, Paimon. In other words, you bring the traveller luck more, even though you do nothing at all. Paimon's a fan of this role for sure. Zero fights that, but lots of influence. If we had to stick to that pattern, you'd be the friendly magic teacher next door, Nilu. I mean, we're about the same age, but you're incredibly knowledgeable and you have this gentle, subtle way of making profound ideas easy for everyone to understand. Shouldn't I be some kind of helper or bestow blessings instead? Besides, I don't really know anything profound. That's what you call being a natural talent. All you did was perform a simple little dance in front of the Saurians, and several of them had already learned how to keep the beat. Other warriors also caught on to the basic steps very quickly after your explanation. Every time Laura comes across someone from Fontaine, it was like, hey, so-and-so, our great friend. She's never actually met them. True. It's also true for whenever Sethos shows up in the story for her, because she's not done the Sethos story bit. It's like, oh, Sethos, haha, bestie. I just got a massive eye roll after telling Laura that, because I added that if she went to Fontaine she could meet Navia, and if she took Navia up high, she could see everything. She could become sat nav, Jesus Christ. Appreciate the kind words for giving me too much credit. Oh god, is this another dance section? Or is that it? Is there anything else I need to do for this quest? Aside from do the actual event. No. Okay, well, I'm gonna leave that there because I don't really want to be doing all those mini games on stream because I'll embarrass myself. Oh, it's been such an emotionally draining week. There's just too much going on at once. Demand that the world stop turning so that I can get my breath.
Thank you for completing today's commissions.
Here is your reward. I haven't put those codes in yet either. $140. I am ready. I'm ready for the move. That's 70 wishes into each attempt. So by the time I've done the mini games in these two, and claimed all of those primo gems, and done the codes, and done another week of playing this game, I should have plenty to take it to 50-50 and lose and take that to all the way again. So the world stopped turning, one of two things would happen. I know it would probably be... Oh no, don't make me do the pigeon, duck and child commission when I just killed all of the pigeons. I can't. Time would continue or time would stop and therefore so would you. Okay. I don't know. I just wanna rest, god damn it. It is now looking like January might potentially, fingers crossed, touch wood, will be better for me, but we'll have to wait and see what happens next Friday. If you get them, you can torment Hapat with her. Yes, instead of Rain tormenting me. Pigeons have been scared off. Yes, I scared them off to death! Sorry, I am out of food of all description. So I'm trying to replenish. Low on flour. Let's convert that. But yeah. I have watched part of the live stream. I've watched the story part and the new character part, so the bits about Durin. I haven't watched the bit about Yehoda yet. I think I'm going to be kind of ambivalent. Regardless of what her kit is, which sounds awful, but I just don't care. And I really should, and I feel horrible that I don't care, but I just don't actually care. Aside from me, is there anyone else I'd like to miss out on? Let's have a look. So Veressa is priority numero uno. I've been saving for her for the whole time. Inefa has my heart, so when we start going into the reruns for Nod Cry, she'll be at the top of my list. Also, she will just work well in a team with Flynn's. Lauma, I am torn, because I love her character and I love her design, but I don't know if I want to spend the wishes on her. Yeah, I have to decide. Skirk and Escoffier I don't feel anything about. Nefer I don't feel anything about. Alvika I wouldn't mind picking up. Nuvi as well. He's supposed to be coming soon. Oh, and Wanderer. It's going to be ages for Wanderer. Ages. Because I just missed the Inazuma.
Relax.
Chronicled. And basically, the vibe is right now, if a character ends up on a Chronicled, that's the only time they're going to appear. So it's going to be over a year for Wanderer as well. It's going to be a while for both those, yeah. Aside from that, I think I am set. But I am now... I feel guilty that I'm going to be skipping on Durin. Because I need to secure Veressa, I need to know that I have her, so I need to make sure I have guaranteed amount of wishes or as close to that as possible to make sure I get her. But Durin... Quite a lot of characters who just don't seem to appear. Yeah, so... Because they've introduced the Chronicled Wish banner, for Mondstadt, Liyue, Inazuma, Sumeru, those 4 regions, their characters probably won't appear again aside from Archons, because they are on the Chronicled Wish and that's it. They haven't done that with Fontaine because their characters are still meta. I mean, if we think about basically everyone from Fontaine right now, Farina is meta, Nuvi is meta, Chlorine is very popular, Arlecchino is one of the top Pyro DPSs in the game. There's so many, like, really powerful units. Navia is also a really powerful unit. So they actually have a chance of being rerun individually because they will make the game money. But all the people from here down, these people are not money makers anymore. So that's the reason why they aren't appearing, I suppose. Which is just kind of like a logistical reason. Like they just are saving money, and it's also the reason why people think that they aren't appearing on this thing. So just gonna press square so we can have a look at the characters. Every single person on here is either on a Chronicle banner or is standard. It's not all of the characters, but every single one that is on here is one of those two. So they're basically, Genshin is now saying that these characters are no longer profitable, so they will no longer run individually. But they'll still throw Chronicles at us as and when,
We're way behind schedule.
because they want to make some money off of them, and some people still want to like C6 their characters or stuff like that. I am very surprised. I mean, I don't know, I haven't watched the full live stream, I don't know if this was announced later on. I'm very surprised that it seems like there isn't going to be a Chronicled Wish for Mondstadt in this update. I wonder whether they're saving that for like Windbloom or when Varka's released or something. Hive has been relegated, yeah. They've just power crept everybody from Sumeru. That's just the reality of the situation. But yeah, with the updates that are coming to the Mondstadt characters with the Hex and Circle upgrade, I'm surprised they aren't running a Chronicled alongside the Venti rerun. Because if anyone's going to be wanting to pick up Mondstadt characters, it's going to be now. But I wonder whether they're waiting for Varka to drop because he's bringing another new mechanic with him. Obviously, Durin would be excluded from that banner, but yeah, everyone was kind of theorising online that there would be a Chronicled in the next update. I guess I've got to consider future people as well. So we got to have a first look at Alice today. And she is gorgeous. So I have a feeling that if her banner's coming up, I'm going to want her. I'm kind of glad that the Chronicle banner isn't running right now, because I am always tempted to pick Klee up. Because she's just so cute. Especially now that Alice is probably coming down the pipeline. Please. Barker is Mr. Monster. He is, but the reason why people expected it to be in the next update is because normally the Chronicle banner runs alongside the Archon. And the Archon is clearly Venti, and Venti's rerunning, so it is unusual, but maybe they're only running alongside the Archon on the first run, and maybe the second time, third time, it would be alongside other characters. Because Venti won't get another rerun when Varka runs. Interesting. So
We're way behind schedule.
and they will have to do another Chronicled at some point. I think potentially Windbloom. Or when Varka's released. I don't know if those two things are going to line up. I've been rambling a lot, and I'm not sure that any of it had any value. It's very cold here. I do have a heated throw that my dad bought for me because my dad wants me to not freeze, which is pretty based of him. I like not being an icicle. But we've got big stuff coming up in life in the next few weeks. Some good, well, some potentially good, some potentially bad. I'm fairly convinced that it will be both of those things will be happening. The good and the bad.
We're way behind schedule.
So we shall see. On the point of our boiler though, when the guy came around today to do an inspection to see what would be needed in order for get a new one fitted. And then he went to go and tell the landlord basically what the damage is going to be. But he said that if we weren't disabled, it could be up to 4 weeks without a boiler. Don't have heating on the top floor. Woke up this morning with a headache and a freezing head. Yeah, I mean, I woke up this morning and immediately turned the fan heater back on because it got really icy cold. I mean, we are in a flat and the other units are being heated. It's only ours that is out. So, but then obviously hot air rises, it doesn't fall. But I mean, it's not, the heat that we do have is not escaping through the ceiling because above us is warmer than we are. That's like the only saving grace. This room is not so bad because we've had the heater on in here all day until I started stream, and then I switched to the electric blanket because it doesn't make noise. And Rain's got the fan heater in the other room if it gets cold enough that she needs it. But the bathroom has not had heating since the heater went out, and it is icy in there. Absolutely freezing. And I was planning on going to the swimming pool tomorrow to have a hot shower. Be able to like properly wash with soap in their showers, and for biological reasons that is no longer an option. So I'm in Suffertown, basically. We may have to boil enough water to do me a proper bath so that I can actually wash my whole body rather than just my hair and the parts that smell. Oh, and I really hope that the heating's back. Well, the day that they said it was going to be back, because if I can't shower before Friday, I'm gonna freak out. I don't know what I'd do. And I want to put the Christmas tree up, and I can't because, well, we might be able to. We're trying to work out whether it's worthwhile doing or not. I'll see if I can. I probably should punt something while I'm rambling. There we go. They need to get to the valves, basically, with the where the radiator is. Just checking that there's not a anecdote that I've missed up here. Yeah. Oop. I guess we'll get the Ino one first, because I don't have enough right now. Situation, double. Yeah. What was I saying? They need to get the valves where we want to put the Christmas trees in front of the radiator, which I know is not ideal, but it's literally the only option space-wise. But basically what I said to Rain is that we can put the tree up, we can decorate it, and then we'll just have to unplug it and move the whole thing into the bedroom or away from the radiator so that the guy can access it. Then, because we also have other things to do around the house when the heating's back. We've got mold treatment that we need to get done. We had no boiler, we were able to go to my mother's for washing. Yeah. Yeah, I wish I had someone close by.
No touching! Look, a rainbow!
Observe.
It's not even like anyone that we work with is close enough, really. If I felt comfortable asking, it's just like not very practical.
Blaze over.
I know that's good.
Into the wind. One with wind and cloud.
Flash attack!
No touching. Next on the agenda.
Got to punt this thing for Rhino. That's basically my life right now, is I'm cold and life is lifing and there's so much going on and I just want a break.
We're way behind schedule.
Chew on this!
Close your eyes. Steady now.
Good luck!
Right now, I need to have flints. This is the reason why I'm running out of food, I'm realising, because flint is such a glass cannon that you constantly irritating. So yeah.
We're way behind schedule.
Oh, and I've got some craft kits on the way, that's exciting, I guess.
We're way behind schedule.
I was a bit sad, so I got myself some crafty stuff.
Ding dong!
Be silent.
Okay.
Fear the dark.
Bye bye. How to help Flint, then more HP. I don't know. It's not a recommended stat for him. I think he's intended to be a glass cannon. The thing is, anything that you give him, if you give him more HP, then he will sacrifice some damage. I mean, that has HP and HP percentage on it. I think I'm doing the best I can. That also has HP percentage on it. Mine's probably chonkier than Laura's is, but he's still a weed. I just need the support that can keep him alive, so maybe someone who shields? I don't know. A shielder or a healer would be helpful for him. Okay. I'm starting to get a little bit of a headache. We'll just use a snake pro to heal everyone. Yeah, Baji does seem to be quite a useful asset. They need to make more fucking healers in this game. Like people whose primary purpose is to heal. Some of the early rumours about Columbina said that she would be a healer, but it's now saying that she can't heal. That isn't part of her kit, so we don't know. We don't know.